Yo, what's going on? What's happening? Bear with me. I'm going somewhere with this. See these? This is sea salt. This is something that my daughter made. Now, let me tell you the story. I was buying sea salt from the store. It came in these bottles and it cost me like $6 to $7. I got tired of paying that. So my daughter went down to the beach and got some salt water. Couple gallons of salt water. No lie, true story. Came back home, filtered the salt water with cheesecloth. Got rid of the little micro bugs and sand and put the salt water in a pot, boiled it, and extracted the salt out of it, put it in a pan, and took it and put it in the oven and let it cook up a little bit. And this is what we got now. This is something that my daughter made. In other words, I'm never paying for sea salt ever again. It's real talk. I'm sipping soursop leaf tea. Google it. Go to eBay, Amazon, and just check and see just how much soursop leaves cost. I got this for free. It's a soursop tree right outside. I got soursop for free. That's on the table, and I'm drinking soursop leaf tea. My son can make banana chips. I mean, the list goes on of the things that my children can make. Right now, one of my daughters is working on creating her own shampoo, conditioner, and soap. We are getting closer and closer and closer to our freedom through independence. From being independent. See, I listened to my ancestors. And when my ancestors said do for self, that's exactly what I'm doing. And this is something that any and everyone can do. This is what bugs me out when I hear black people say, oh, you down with that black power stuff. Well, let me tell you something. When you do for self, that can be applied. When you apply the do for self mentality, you can use that mentality no matter if you're black, white, Hispanic, or Asian. The main goal is to be independent and not depending on anything or anyone. So you Americans are wrapped in too much of capitalism, wrapped up in capitalism, consumerism. You got to have your Starbucks, your Target, your gadgets such as your iPhone 16 and your Samsung Samsung Galaxy Ultra 25. You gotta have your fancy cars, your clothes, and houses, and all of those things are nothing but mere distractions to take you away from you or yourself. Straight up. I'm willing to go above and beyond. I'm willing to dig ditches. I'm willing to put seeds in the ground. I'm willing to climb up trees to get my coconuts and drink coconut water and eat the flesh out of it for my freedom, for my independence. That's real talk. What this country has given to me, America can never give. Never. They call this a third world country. And I beg to differ. The third world country is in America. Some of you all think I'm living in a third world country and I'm looking at you all from a distance. And I'm like, God damn, they don't even realize that they're not only living in a third world country, but they have a third world country lifestyle. Can't hardly pay your bills, can't hardly eat, can't hardly feed your children. Some of you all are living in cars, sleeping in cars, homeless. This is what your so-called richest country in the world has to offer you, where there's no such thing as ownership anymore. That in America, it's all about renting. In America, it's all about subscriptions. Straight up. I'm looking from a distance, and I'm like, yo, these people are going through shit that ain't nowhere in the world I could go through it. No way. I'm living life. Real life. Not a lifestyle. I'm not living in a place where I have to pay for every goddamn thing. I'm living in a place where credit score don't matter. Straight up. Let me ask you a question, man. Were you born with a credit score? And for some of you all that are religious, when you die and you trying to get to heaven, is God going to be at the pearly gates and say, ho. Before you come through the gates of heaven, what's your credit score look like? Or is this some man-made up shit? As well as classism. Here's the question. Can't you feel the energy? Can't you feel the vibe? I'm healthy. My family is Gucci good. Yeah. I hear this all the time in the comment section of the videos, you know what I'm saying, that I do. You know, you hear people say, oh man, Langston, you look good. But then the haters will come and say, well, what about his stomach? Well, I got you on that. I got you. I ain't gonna lie, I got soft. It's been about 2 months since I've worked out. And I'm not gonna lie, I fell off. But I got you. I got you. Yeah. I need to get right. I do. But you tell me what 51-year-old that ain't worked out in 2 months looks like me. This question. I'll let you answer that as I'm sipping on my tea. You Americans don't realize how bad you got it. And this is not a video to throw it in your face and make you look this and that. Well, no. This video is to motivate and inspire you to live your life. Straight up. Because there will be more distractions to take you away from you. I mean, I fell for it just like this past week, the week before. From good old Charlie's death all the way up to now. I've been looking at YouTube videos and listening to this person's point of view of good old Charlie and that person's point of view. I've done videos. I've taken a lot of time out of my life, a lot of brain power, all for this dude. Well, I could have been using that energy for something far more greater than good old Charlie. But that was someone that they put in front of us to distract us. But did gas prices change? Did food prices change? Did anything change before and after Good old Charlie's death. No. You still in a fucked up situation. Before, during, and after. Good old Charlie. That's real shit. I don't think y'all get it. I'm sipping on soursop leaf tea. My daughter made this sea salt. I could go down the line of the things that we have made here. I no longer have to pay for tea, sea salt, toothpaste, soon to be soap, laundry detergent, conditioner, hair conditioner, shampoo, dish detergent. I'm getting closer and closer and closer to my freedom. To be independent is to be free. A lot of you all don't even realize that you're a prisoner of war and that massa got chains around your hands, arms, as well as your head. Don't even realize it. If you were to just get up off your lazy ass and make a move, and know when you make this move, if and when you make this move, that you ain't giving up shit. All these things are nothing but a distraction. That's all it is. You so worried about when I move, you know what I'm saying, to this country, like, do they have this and that? And I need to get my nails done, my feet, and this and that, this and this. Why not do all of that shit yourself? That's the first thing. And the second thing is prioritize your life. Our ancestors didn't need half of the shit that we needed. And they lived a prosperous and beautiful life in the past. Now, all of a sudden, we need all of this bullshit in order to live. That doesn't make sense to me. Straight up. How can you be living in a country that claims that they're not a third world country? But I'm looking at America, and I'm literally saying, while looking at her, if that's not a third world country, I don't know what the fuck is. America literally looks like shit. The country that I live in is amazingly beautiful. There's so many different species of birds and trees, and things grow so freely out here. And I ain't got to worry about getting unalived. I mean, true indeed, there are some places I know that's in this country where, hey, it's off limits. You don't go over there. But I don't live in places like that. I live in places where, no lie, this is my word. One morning, my son and I, we was walking to the beach to get some coconuts as usual. And the dude stopped and was like, yo, get in the back. And he drove us to the beach and didn't want nothing in return. Nothing. Straight up. But see, the thing of it is, Americans can't get away from that capitalism. They can't get away from that gerbil wheel. Can't get away from consumerism. Can't do it. Don't know what to do if you can't have your Starbucks. Don't know what to do if you can't have your strip malls, your regular malls. Don't know what to do with your hands. If you can't have a PS5 or an Xbox or the latest cell phone. And that's crazy to me, man. I'm learning more and more about myself while being here. What I'm capable of doing. And how, when I was living in America, how I was limiting myself. Straight up. I try to stay off of social media because that shit is nothing but a distraction. Real shit. And if I'm on social media, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure out, like I just learned out. I just learned how to use a banana tree from the bark to the leaf. All of that. The whole thing. How to multi uses of the banana tree. Instead of just plucking the fruit off of the banana. There's so many things that you can do with a banana tree. And that's just making me more independent. Relying on self. Doing for self. And I'm teaching these things to my children that I've learned. And the things that my children have learned to do, they're teaching me. We're guiding one another. And that's what a true family is about. Because strength is in family. Real shit. I don't know what to tell you all. I'm living the life, man. And it's amazing. It's amazing to know that every fucking thing that I was buying from that melanin recessive man, I could make with my own fucking hands. Straight up. When I visited Nevis, I met a man. Take it back. When I visited Nevis, I went over my cousin's friend's house. He was celebrating his daughter's birthday. And I'm looking at the house and I'm like, oh man, this house needs some work. And he pulled me to the side and he started taking me around the rooms and this and that and so forth. And he was telling me, yo, you know, we need to fix this, that, and so forth, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, yeah, man, you know, because this and that and so forth. And I got this Americanized mentality, like, oh man, he living like this some third world, you know, country shit. You know what I mean? Like, you living in a shack. And I'm not even realizing that he built the house with his own fucking hands. And that the finishing product is not over with. He's just got to get the raw materials and he gonna go back in and redo it. And this is what he's telling me. And I'm like, it's dawning on me now that I never needed this motherfucker, man. I never needed it. And this motherfucker has always been a thorn in my back. And I'm ready to get rid of him. I'm ready to pluck that thorn up out of my back so I can truly be free. Straight up. And I know what you all are going to say. Some of you haters, y'all going to be like, well, man, it's your perception. and you live like this and I live like that, you know, but we all living in, man, get the fuck out of here. If you call living in America, living, okay, like Buckwheat was saying from the Little Rascals, okay, you go ahead and go to work on Monday. I'll be a good old slave. Master gonna give me my freedom. Master gonna emancipate me. And if Master don't emancipate me, I'm gonna emancipate myself. I'm this close to getting financial freedom. You've been tricked. You know, with financial freedom, you still got to pay for shit, right? Like, financially, you'll never be free. But you always going to have a light bill. In America, you always going to have a light bill. You always going to have a water bill. You always going to have to pay utilities. You always going to have to pay taxes on your car, on your house, and all the rest of that shit. And I know some of you smart Alex are going to be like, well, that's what you got. Nah. When I say I'm closer, getting closer and closer to freedom, I'm talking about freedom, not being able to do shit. That is the goal. That is the goal. I've been hard-headed all my life, and I just realized it. I want to dance to my own songs. I want to raise my children. I want my lover to get on her knees for me and not for Jesus. I want to be the man of my house. A man don't listen to another man unless it's his ancestors, unless it's someone that's bestowing wisdom upon himself, upon him. Other than that, fuck I'm going to listen to another man for. That's what it's boiled down to. Y'all talking about this, his country, and his this, and his that. Man, get the fuck out of here. No, his country. His land. He don't run and control shit. Not on this planet. Mother Earth can shake. And that's it. For everyone. Not just him. All of us. She can twerk or do the Harlem Shake. And we'll be done. Those little twerks and Harlem Shakes, shift them tectonic plates and shit, can create tsunamis and earthquakes. Freedom. Real talk. Freedom.